This is a story of elevated training OCR. So in the beginning, it actually didn't start out in anything to do with obstacle course racing. It was an idea that kind of sprung because the Worcester rugby team wanted to have a fundraiser. They do this on a fairly regular basis, and they wanted to do something a little different this past year. So instead of doing something like a fun run or any kind of raffle or bake sale or something, they decided they wanted to host a race, and they hosted an obstacle race. They call them Spartan races. There's various things they can call them. But so it was a one-time thing, and it was tremendously successful. They had a ton of support. A lot more people showed up than they ever thought, and they raised a lot more money than they ever thought they would. It was so successful, in fact, that there was the idea to turn it into more of a full-time thing, to take this one-time race and build a facility around it and really engage in this passion that they found. And that's exactly what they did. They started building last summer, summer of 2014. You can see them here constructing the course. And by midsummer 2014, they completed the course. It was an amazing effort by all of them. They did it well into the season, and yet they still managed to get a lot of people to come and participate through that year. This is, as you can see, a cake celebrating their opening day. It's not quite representative of the actual course. There's no fire on the real course, so don't worry. But it shows the level of passion that they have for the facility. And to give you an idea of what the real course looks like, we can go over here. It's 2.02 miles. If you see at the bottom of this picture, there's crazy elevation changes. It's incredibly challenging. And this is actually last year's course. The one that's going to come this year is going to be an extra mile. It's going to be 3 miles. It's going to be incredibly challenging, and it's going to be kind of insane.
So ever since its starting stages, Elevated Training has had a strong vision within a market which is already big and that already has a lot of solid followers. Worldwide, we can see TV shows like Ninja Warrior, which has many fans who love the races. In Massachusetts, we can see the New England Spartans Facebook page with already 3,000 followers. That gives us an idea of the interest in this industry. Due to its local demand and great facilities, Elevated Training quickly built a devoted following. People who are happy to be in the obstacle training course and participate in it either solo or with their team. In essence, it's nothing like they've been part of before, because what distinguishes this is the outdoors alternative to workout, a new space that is not like the typical gym or training on treadmill. Based on one-on-one interviews, the rating can be evidenced as the customers see the obstacle course's uniqueness. It attracts people who already had a workout routine at gyms like the YMCA or Northeasters for a new way of training. Not only they feel like they're part of something bigger, but they feel welcomed and they make new friends.
The company is a fluid company. It's always changing to what the athletes want, and it changes to keep them on their toes. For example, on the top left, you can see that they added a rope pull. Also, underneath that, they added a cement block pull. These type of things keep the athletes on their toes, never knowing what's next to come. Therefore, they keep coming back. Also, in the right-hand side, you can see that they asked what the customers want using Facebook, which is a great example of how they change and adapt to what the athletes want to see on the course the next year. Using the customer's input is a great way to bring them back and bring their friends as well. Next, as you can see, the people that go, they like it here. Andy, for example, rated it 4 stars and loved the uniqueness of the hills and the challenge of the course, including the mud. Also, Emily rated it 4 stars, and she did it for the adventure. Rebecca, on the other hand, gave it a solid 3, still pretty good, but not as good as we hoped. But nonetheless, Elevated Training came back with a positive response, and the company embraces the criticism. They told Rebecca that they would make sure to tell people to bring bug spray on their new website. They even followed up with a question asking her what she would like to add to the course. Hope to see you there on opening day.